Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. Dai-chan here, and it's time for another Waifu Monthly Recap. This is my chance to show you all the cool waifu-related media I've come across, but can't yet make into their own waifu files. October of 2024 brought us a ton of new anime and games. It's like trick-or-treating, but instead of candy, we get gorgeous gals at every stop. Let's take a look at what I experienced. The remake of Ranma has finally started airing on Netflix. While I had my reservations about it, I have to admit the show's actually really fun. Of the two remakes, I prefer how Urusei Yatsura was handled, but that doesn't mean the new Ranma isn't a delight to watch. The one obvious downside is that broadcast standards have changed since the original series aired. Back then, a nip slip wasn't especially concerning, but we can't have nice things anymore. The remake handles this the best it can, still allowing Ranma to be shown topless, but with Barbie doll anatomy. The physics are still as good as ever, and it's a hell of a lot better than having censor bars or beams of light covering her up. Another series that caught my eye is Arifureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. The show itself isn't very impressive, but a lot of the female characters are wonderfully designed. Its third season starts off with some Amazon bunny girls, or beastmen as the show calls it. I don't plan on binging the series, but I do like the waifu. If only we could get some Sakuga while we're at it. An anime that rarely fails to deliver on that front is Danmachi. Its fifth season just started airing, and it highlights the goddess Freya. I'm not sure if the show will be able to top its previous seasons, what with mermaids, hot elves, and a brothel-centric plotline, but I'm feeling optimistic. The entire credit sequence is dedicated to Freya's ideal body in close-up. No joke, she's just putting on her clothes and running through a grass field, yet it's done so well that I'm glued to the screen. Personally, I'll take Danmachi over the censored ReZero any day, which is ironic since the Danmachi mobile game was censored in the West. As far as I'm aware, the anime itself avoids that. School drama anime tend to fall off my radar quickly, unless they have something special to offer. All no Hako, or Blue Box, is an exceptionally beautiful sports drama about a nervous badminton player who wants to date his sweet senpai from the basketball team. He wants to impress her, and that pushes him to the top of his game. The main girl, Chinatsu, is super cute, and I fully back the hero's romantic pursuit of her. That may or may not ever happen, but at least we're in for a fantastic art style along the way. Back in my teens and 20s, Initial D was the bomb. I had drift fever, playing the games, reading the manga, and of course watching the anime. It's a shame, then, that by the show's sixth season, its author, Shuichi Shigeno, was really running out of ideas. MF Ghost is a next-generation sequel to Initial D, and it practically starts out running on empty. No more night racing down a dangerous mountain pass. No more cheering crowds on the side of the road. No more drifting. At least the flashy kind I fell in love with. The one thing this show does have going for it, however, are the angels. While I'd prefer more female racers, I do love this crew of cheerleaders. They're honestly my only motive to continue watching, and it's a shame they don't really get to do much. By far, the most exciting anime of this season is Dandadan. Normally, I avoid shows that are this quote-unquote weird. That said, if it's got good waifu, I'll watch just about anything. Dandadan is a Science Saru production that adapts an original manga about two students diving into the strange world of aliens and haunted spirits, the occult, and the supernatural. The main heroine, Seiko Ayase, is a spirit medium with a fierce, fun attitude. She and a total UFO nerd wind up stuck together as they fight bizarre creatures. The anime really likes showing Seiko off in some risque situations, and it's stylistically fascinating. Also, it's triggering antis on Twitter, which makes it certified fresh for me. There's another retro anime I picked up this month. It's a classic Gainax OVA called Otaku no Video, which tells the story of some anime geeks and their quest to dominate the industry. Most of the characters are men, but when we do see girls, they're extremely cute and expressive. The most iconic part of this series is when they design a waifu to sell merch of, and they promote her with this very alluring animation. Not bad for an anime within an anime. Onto the gaming side of things, I have an update regarding Atelier Yumia. For as excited as I was when I last mentioned it, I'm even more hyped with the announcement of this pre-order bonus costume. Thanks to it, we've got 3 different midriff waifu in the main party. It's the small things in life that make us the happiest. The same small miracle occurred with the Western release of X Nordics. I haven't played an East game I didn't like, but lately the series has struggled under NIS America. They have a tendency to lock wonderful DLC costumes behind their digital deluxe editions, which I see as a punishment for me wanting to own my games physically. Fortunately, East 10 breaks that bad habit, making all the DLC available to physical customers too. The one outfit I wanted most was a velvet-esque costume for Karja, fittingly called her Raven costume. In Japan, it was a bonus for buying the game's official guide, but since that's not getting localized, NIS just included it as a free download. Hell yeah! In September, I had the privilege of playing Fate Trigger, an anime-themed battle royale shooter. For October, I was invited to play the last closed beta test for Strinova, a waifu-based hero shooter that's more in line with Overwatch. Both games happen to be exactly what I've been wanting, competent shooters with my favorite aesthetic. Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash just didn't cut it. It's hard to say which of these is better, so it really comes down to which style of game you prefer. The weird thing about Strinova, though, is that the characters can flatten themselves Paper Mario style during combat. It looks really friggin' weird, and I would have preferred crouching or dodge mechanics instead. Either way, anime shooters are finally a serious thing, and not just a cheap novelty. Speaking of girls and guns, I've been stunned by the fantastic visuals from Girls Frontline 2. The game isn't available in English yet, but I at least have to show you these extremely clean models and animations. It's a shame that this is yet another gacha, but even then, I can still appreciate how far cel-shaded graphics have become. To an extent, I'm blessed that I can just whip open Twitter and find stuff like this on tap. It's literally impossible to experience all the great waifu out there, though that won't stop me from trying. One of the gachas I actually do play is Nikke Goddess of Victory. Its developer, Shift Up, has consistently prided itself on not compromising its vision of attractive characters. It's not political either. The devs just create what they think is fun, without shame. In another big step in the right direction, they decided to free the gym buff Rumani from NPC jail. I've wanted her to be playable ever since I first saw her, and now she's finally here. She's one of several Nikke I have my eyes on, and her inclusion is a good omen for the others. Also, the fan-favorite character Mihara just got a new design, and I assume she'll become playable as an SSR. Her situation is both tragic and beautiful. Nikke definitely wins in my book for gacha with the best story. While that means Zenless Zone Zero might not have the most impactful story, it more than makes up for that with style. An embodiment of that style is Burnus, the latest operator on the gacha. Her advertisement campaign is just insane, focusing on a cringy yet catchy theme song she dances to. Both her 3D promo and the song itself have gone viral. Too bad I spent all my rolls on Caesar, and now I won't get either of them. Remember how I said that I hated how her bottom midriff was covered? The confusing thing is that in her song promo, she's dressed exactly the way I want her to be. This is like Nilo from Genshin Impact all over again. Okay, so with that, you're now caught up on all the waifu stuff I've been steeping in like an eager teabag. If you missed it, be sure to look at my Waifu Files playlist. There were 3 horror-themed episodes I released in October, and they're still fun year-round. On your end, I want to know what new waifu you've discovered. Until next time, I'll catch you later.
Thanks for watching.
If you enjoy this channel, help us grow by liking, commenting, sharing the video, subscribing to OtakuDaiKun, and
most of all, smashing that notification bell so you don't miss out on all our anime lore, discussions, and Let's Play content.
You can support us directly through Patreon, Subscribestar, or a YouTube membership, all of which come with benefits like spicy exclusive vids and early access.
As always, celebrate your fandom. I want to give a special shout out to all my $10 and up supporters. Video Gamer 75, Trodai Connacht, Steven Elak, Otaku Mom, Jens Bauman, Mystic Samurai 1983, Free Brick, Olympian Doll, Alexis Yukio Gomez Yamato, Lunar Works, Link Pendrago, Observer Bellis, James Hewitt, Uncanny EXP, Crow Calum, Saul Soto, Tristan Riggin, Major, Dionysus God of Wine and Madness, Caitlin P, Sogai CH, Vladimirovna, The Taz 96, Kengo X 77, Alistair Bernadotte, and Akakaze Yume. Thank you all so much.